Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. Excuse the morning voice. I'm up and I'm determined to get this video done. I know for those who have been following the series on the warbinder, you have been waiting for the next video and you are patiently waiting for the releases of the watches. And I do apologize, but I am one person over here, and doing this involves work. It takes time just to get a video done, and everything else that I have going on with the shop has taken quite a bit of time as well. But anyway, I'm here to do the fifth watch, which was the most recent release in the series of watches that I've released in the sticker collection. So I'm going to do the fifth watch, but as usual in the videos that have preceded this, I'm going to go over the fourth watch, what we can pray during the fourth watch, and then I will do the layout for my fifth watch page. And rest assured, I am working on completing 6 through 7. So there are only 3 more watches to go. Is that correct? 6, 7, yep, 3 more. 3 more watches to go. And then we will be done with the watches portion in my warbinder. And then we can move on to another area in this warbinder. I know that you are looking to complete your layouts and but I'm having time, even though it's taken a while, I'm having a good time taking my time in completing it, because of course, when mine is done, then the series is done, right? And then we'll have to think of something else after that. But I'm enjoying taking my time going through this. So bear with me, and I hope that you are haven't fallen off, but that you're still taking this journey with me as we build our warbinder together. Okay, so if you've watched my previous videos, you know that my cover has changed. This is a new cover that will be released in the shop when it reopens on January 6th. And coincidentally, I've named this cover Fifth Watch, I believe. Yeah, it's called Fifth Watch. As the sun comes up, you can see that she is on her knees in her bedroom in prayer. So I named this one Fifth Watch. I love this one. So there are other covers that are going to be released as well on the 6th, but we're not getting into that. We're going to get into today's video, which is to go over the last entry, which was the fourth watch. Fourth watch is from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. And I wanted to just go over, if I can get my remote here, my computer's going kind of crazy over on the side. I have been referencing this book, and it's called Watch and Pray, Understanding the 8 Watches. I will link it in the description again below. I did obtain it from Amazon. I have the, I'm sorry, the Kindle version, but you can, you can obviously buy the paperback because it is available as well on Amazon. But I do reference a lot of inserts that I've taken from there, as well as this information that is given with those who purchase the entire collection or even the printable portion of the watches. I do give this information portion out here on each of the watches. So I'm not giving anything away on that on here. If you want to know what's in this portion of it, then of course you can definitely purchase the printable or the collection. I will give a few pieces from the book because, of course, I did take my notes here. But I just wanted to read this portion of the information that is given out with this collection. And it says one of the most vivid New Testament references to the fourth watch is found in Matthew 14, verses 25 to 33, where Jesus walks on water to meet his disciples in the early hours before dawn. This miraculous event occurring during the fourth watch symbolizes Jesus' mastery over the physical and spiritual realms, offering a profound lesson on faith and divine presence in the moments of fear and uncertainty. Absolutely. But I'm going to go and reference my notes, tell you where I got my information. Most of it is from the book. The book is so good. I would urge you to get it if you can. But this is the layout that I did on the last video. So all I do is just review over some of the notes that I jot down. I don't always fill in everything. I leave space for later on if there's more for me to come back and input. But this is what I have so far. So going off of the information that I got here, this is the note that I made for myself. I put Matthew 14, 25 to 33 is an example of the power we can access during this time through prayer. Jesus said that greater works than he did, we would also do. That's in John 14 and 12. Therefore, we can, through prayer, access the spiritual realm and pray the will of the Father to see the miraculous in the physical realm take place. 100%. Of course, this was my note based on the information that I read in this portion here. I want to also go back and preface this. I always say in every video, this is not something that you're taking to be ritualistic, the prayer watches. This is information that is readily available all over the internet, social media. Many people have done videos. They're like, as you can see, there's books on the watches, but it's not something to be taken to be ritualistic. It's just information that I am sharing and that I'm also keeping in my warbinder, because I believe that if you are up during this time, it should never be a guessing game as I'm up, so what do I do? No, if you're at a loss as to what to do, then go to your warbinder, look at these things, and be reminded of what you can do during this time that you're up. Shouldn't be a time for us to pick up the phone and scroll social media or, just aimlessly, do things that don't edify or build us up spiritually. But if you're up during these times, whether it be even the daytime, it could not just be these night hours, but also during the daytime. If you're feeling at a loss, or if you're feeling like you're coming up against some spiritual warfare, these are things that can help you to say, look, redirect your attention and say, look, don't focus on the problem. This is what you can do. Okay, so it's just information and it's just a guide if you want to take it as that. I'm not putting this out there, like I said, to be ritualistic. Okay. All right, so continuing on, I made a note here, and it was mentioned in the book. So I made a note of this verse, Psalm 30, verse 5, that says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And I so appreciated that verse, because this is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So, of course, there's the quote that says, it's always darkest before dawn. And in this dark time of the night is when you can pour out your heart. As the psalmist says, like water before the face of God, and you can see God work on your behalf for whatever it is that you're coming to him and interceding for, or whoever you are interceding for. So I think that this is a very powerful time of prayer. I'm just going through this book as I'm talking to you to make sure I'm not missing anything. This is it. I mean, it's just so good. Okay. So I made that note for Psalm 30 and 5. I also noted this here. The book touches on this, and I was like, yeah, this was so good. I made a note and I said, our sacrifice of prayer and worship during this time gives us victory over our enemies and whatever situation we are facing. And I note Exodus 14 and 24 because the book goes into this talking about when the Israelites escaped from Egypt, and they were basically on the run, and the Egyptian army came to pursue them. That it was during this time of the morning, this into the dawn, when they crossed over the Red Sea, and God allowed them to pass through that Red Sea and then enclosed the Red Sea on the army. So that is when God gave them a divine passage and divine and miraculous deliverance, because he engulfed the enemy army within the Red Sea. He gave them victory over their enemies that were pursuing them. So something to keep in mind. You're up, you read this, he said, you know what? Yeah, this is a testament of what God did and can still do, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. All right, almost done. I don't want to take too long, because then we're going to set up 5. Okay, I also made a note here saying that during this time, we can either pray for or pray over the divine strategies that God gives us so that we can possess what God has promised us. And I note Joshua chapter 6, verses 1 through 15. Actually, it's a little further than verse 15, but once you get into it, you're not going to stop at 15 anyway, because you want to see the outcome. And this is where Joshua is given instruction by God in how to pursue the land. I love it. He is given instruction on how to pursue the land. He is given the instruction that early in the morning that the Israelites were to march around Jericho's wall, and that they were supposed to lift up this great praise. And we all know the story that the wall came down. They were able to go in and possess the land. So that's why I made this note here, because it's a great reminder that, look, I'm up during this time, and there's some things that God has promised me. There's some things that he has spoken into my life. I may not have seen them manifest, but I can definitely pray over those things. I can pray to see them come to pass. I can pray over them. I can pray against the enemy who's trying to hinder them from coming to pass. So I love that part. So I made a note right there. I also made a note here. Remember that your prayers are not in vain, but are being given to the one true victor, the Lord of hosts, also known as the Lord of Heaven's armies. So, sorry. I don't know what's going on in my throat. Forgive me. So, that is powerful. We can call on the names of God, and also tap into that attribute of God as being the Lord of Heaven's armies, reminding us that God is he is all powerful, he is omnipotent, but he commands an army. So we're not in this alone. We have access to the armies of heaven, and a lot of times when we are releasing the prayers, we are putting our angels to work. We are giving them something to do, something to go out and fight on behalf of us for. So they're not just sitting around, because now you are releasing not necessarily your own fleshly desires, but you're releasing prayers over God's will to be manifested in your life. And God is commanding an army that will go out and fight for us. I also wrote over here, if you are up during this time, then you should seek God for the course of your day. Not to insert your laundry list, but seek God to know what He wants to do and do through you for the day ahead. Absolutely. I know we have things that we have on our agenda. We've got our plans all set. We've got them written out. This has to be done. Or we have routines and regimens and schedules all laid out. But at the same time, it pleases God's heart when we ask Him, what is it that you want to do, Lord? What do you want me to do today? What do you want me to say to this person or that person? How are you leading me today? When we give Him space to insert His will into our day, it pleases Him because we're not seeking after our own fleshly desires, but we're seeking to do the will of the Father. Those are the notes that I took down for Fourth Watch. And I hope that was beneficial to you. Now that I am done, I'm going to do my layout for the Fifth Watch. I do have some space over on these sections where if I want to at a later date, I always say I can come in and jot down some more notes, but it doesn't all have to be filled out at this time. So just wanted to share that with you. We're turning over to a fresh page, and here's what I'm going to do. Like I said, with the watches, there's always a printable and a physical sticker version. I didn't print out the full version of the printable, so I'm sorry I don't have it here to show you, but I'll put it on the screen so that you can see one of them, because they are available in varying skin tones, 3, fair, medium, and dark skin. But in this is included, which is the information that I spoke about concerning the Fifth Watch. There's this page with the florals and the lace, and then I didn't include the dolls page or the prayer, because I'm going to use most of the physical sticker sheet. So like I said, it's on the screen, but this is the actual physical entire collection for the Fifth Watch. So you'll get the first sticker sheet, which shows the 3 varying skin tones. There's a dark, a fair, and a medium skin tone woman. As you can see, they're in their car. They could be, whether it's in the parking lot of their job. And I did this because it reminded me of when I was actually going out to work. I would always get there early. I most times have to drop my daughter off. Either it was when she was in her senior year of school, I would drop her to school, or I would have been dropping her off to her job after she had graduated, before she went off to military. And I would get to work early based on the time I had to drop her off. So if I'm there early, I would be in my car and I'd be praying. So I thought that this was so good, because the Fifth Watch is from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. So you've got the ladies here in their car, they're praying. You've got morning prayer over on this morning and prayer over on the sides. You've got a couple of florals, and it says Fifth Watch. These are all stickers, of course. You've got the medium skin tone dolls here. Well, it's one doll, but they're in varying sizes. So you've got multiples of the same doll. You've got closed Bible and then the open Bible. And as you can see, she is up in the morning, probably postured in prayer, getting right before she gets to work. And then you've got the dark skin tone doll, and she's kind of almost halfway knelt down in front of the chair, and she's got her closed Bible and an open Bible there. Then you've got the fair skin tone, similar to the medium and the dark. Then you've got this sheet, which has all of the florals. You've got this one that has all of the lace pieces. And then you've got this last one, which has all the verses of the Lord's Prayer. The entire verse. It says, "My Father in heaven, your name is holy. Your kingdom come and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give me this day my daily bread. Forgive me my wrongs as mine are forgiven. Keep me from temptations and deliver me from all evil." So you've got the entire Lord's Prayer in this beautiful font, using all of the colors that are included within the lace and the florals, and a couple of more florals and spread about on the page. So those 7 sticker sheets make up an entire collection, but of course, on the website, you can purchase individual sticker sheets or the entire collection. Only when you purchase the entire sticker collection do you get this information regarding the 5th watch with the physical sticker sheet. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get started. I'm going to speed up the video because I've taken enough time, and we will chit chat as I go along, and then we will look through the pages that I put together. I'll do it similar to the ones that I've done before, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are really sped up because this took me longer than I expected. The first thing I'm going to do is to take that page that gives the brief description on the 5th watch and put it over the back of the previous page. And this one did not go down smoothly as the ones previously. There were so many wrinkles. It doesn't show up on camera, but it was a horrible adhesion on that. But anyway, I can still read it. It's still legible. We're just going to go with the flow. I am trying to create this kind of scalloped edge using the washi from the printable, and I'm going to try to mirror it on both sides. It was kind of short, and I tried to extend it with the shorter piece. I didn't do too well of a job on this side, but the other side came out much better. But you know what? You're not really paying attention to it. It all goes. It all flows together. So I used some washi that I had gotten at a previous conference and put it on the edge of the page so that the scallop kind of overlaps it, and it had those colors of the yellow and the kind of ombre orange into red, similar to it. So that's why I used it. It had more purple, but it still went with everything. So I kind of created this kind of title page on the first page, taking the 5th watch and putting it over this little circular kind of lace pattern. And I'm taking those images of the ladies who are praying in their vehicles, and I'm just staggering them, and just gonna put a few florals, sprinkle them around in between, and also incorporate the words morning prayer, because of course the 5th watch is falling in between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And flipping over to the other side, you see how it worked out well with the scalloped edge, and the on this side blended much better. I took these dolls and I placed one at the top, one at the bottom on the left side of the page. On the right side, I'm going to use one. And because there are only 3 dolls, I'm just going to kind of break up the left side of the page, but make the right side of the page kind of like everything just kind of blends together. And I thought of putting them like this because I wanted to put the Lord's Prayer next to each of them, at least portions of the Lord's Prayer. I had so much trouble with getting these stickers off of the sticker sheet because they kept sticking to my nails. They were sticking to my nails so much. I tore a couple of them trying to get them up. It was like so difficult, but it worked out. I got it done. I got them up. I love how everything turned out, incorporating the printable along with these stickers, because I was able to use these beautiful pieces of laces and the different patterns. I just love how everything came together. So, and I just love the font that I used to put the Lord's Prayer in. Very elegant, very pretty, and it just goes with the lace. So creating this kind of scene where they're praying and they could be praying out the Lord's Prayer. That's why I'm just putting the verses surrounding them. And that is just it. I left space where I can write in more information from the book, and my pages are basically done that fast. Well, it's fast for you because I sped it up, but here is a look at the pages as I pop them back into my my warbinder. I punched the holes for the first one because, of course, putting that clear sticker paper with the fifth watch information kind of covered up the holes, but I did that, so everything is just ready to go. I love how this turned out. I love the colors of this collection, the yellows and the reds and the kind of grays and blacks that are incorporated. And I love how the pages and the layouts turned out. If you enjoyed this, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the Fifth Watch collection, your thoughts on what was shared during the fourth watch, or just to say hi, hello, but leave a comment. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. And I will chat with you all again later. Be blessed, everyone.